for more extreme sports adventure at the cutting edge. Hold on to your seats as we take you there on a ride of adrenaline. We're skydiving with a group of over 30 skydivers for simultaneous leaps from the world's largest helicopter. More snowboarding in the frozen wave of a halfpipe with all the latest moves. It's crazy contest time with the annual Peak to Porridge snowboarding surf contest. The obstacle? Leap a pond of porridge. The stock car race of snowboarding, the Border X 4-man race. New Zealand's best with an international group of snowboard contestants racing in the National Snowboarder Grand Slalom. Here's the toys, now it's time to play. High-speed competition snowboarding Grand Slalom races. This is the season's first world-ranked Grand Slalom snowboard competition. We're at the New Zealand Nationals, South Island, New Zealand. Early starts get the benefit of fresh conditions and uncorrupted lines to pick for pace and control. The impact on each boarder increases as the day progresses and conditions cut up under the biting edges of competitors' snowboards. We've got as many Grand Slalom techniques on show here as we have competitors. Different degrees into corners and assorted attitudes of attack on the downward races set each person apart and affect times. The less the body moves off board, the better. The sharper the downhill attack, the quicker. Then it's just to keep control. Grand Slalom complete. We're on ground level, and check out the size of the helicopter we're heading into to take us way high up above. Mi-26 Russian chopper. It's the largest in the world. Just look inside at this cabin. It can hold up to 120 people. We're in France, in Vichy in central France. This is the largest gathering of skydivers in Europe's skydiving calendar. The element of risk here is the massive potential for danger, damage and mid-air collision. These divers are experienced and there are coordinators organising every move, but the number of people mean collision is a constant danger. The aerial fall is beautiful, the danger is ever present. Each move has to be perfectly timed and perfectly coordinated. There's just 75 seconds of full time from jump to the time when everyone has to split away, find their own airspace to release their chute and float safely to ground, remembering the most awesome moves they've pulled off. Yes, that's a bag of rolled oats. It's gonna be porridge. It's gonna be mixed up on the mountain and made into a huge pond as an obstacle for the Peak to Porridge snowboarding and surf contest. The name really comes from Porridge Beach, which we'll see later in the contest. Rules are simple. Get down the slope first and fastest, and don't fall into the porridge pond on your way down the course. Point scoring comes from knockout. It's a competition with 39 contestants. 2 go through from each heat in the first round. Then it's down to 16 for the quarters, 8 for the semis, and 4 into the final. So the finalist would have completed 6 to 8 runs to get into the final run, and surfing 4 or 5 heats to get into the final surf out. It's knockout competition and it's most arduous. Of course, if you're not really in the running, well, you may as well grab a snack for breakfast. And if you really like the snack for breakfast, why continue the race at all? Enjoy yourself, roll around in it a little, play up to the crowd and the camera.
Happy about that. Who organised this event anyway? I love it. Okay. We're off.
Here we are at Porridge Beach. Porridge Beach offers some of the largest surf in New Zealand down in the very south of the South Island. The surf break in Riverton's legendary for its big surf break and reliable southerly rolls. Competition day dawned with a perfect swell. A 4 to 5 foot with a light offshore, and competitors produced some stunning surfing in the sparkling southerly winter conditions. The men's final produced the best surfing of the competition, with the smooth, powerful surfers showing their style and a few floaters and 360s tossed in for good measure. Danny Cast powered his way to first place in the surfing with some great wave selection, and Leilani Morgan took out the women's with 15-year-old Hani Poe from Riverton, showing the locals have got a force to be reckoned with on the way up. This is only the second year of the Peak to Porridge, and it's getting stronger. It's already booked for another competition next year. Snowboard and surf contest, 6 at a time from the top of the mountain, and then everyone for yourself in each heat out in the ocean, trying to get the best wave selection on the mighty southern surf. Waxing your board was never easier. Alpine adaptations for the old electric drill. Competition's gonna be fierce on the 4-man snowboard X-Race.
Get faster as the day, once the day comes up, eh? Yeah.
So let's get started now. It's a race about all-on aggression at the starting gate. Get out in front and it's up to you to hold on. The 3 back markers ride as hard as they can, hoping for an error, a stumble, a slip or a slide out from the front to charge past the leader. The leader, meanwhile, is all out attacking the lines, holding the best picks for themselves on course and staying upright. Grab the lead, keep up, and you're only a short ride from victory. Courses are carved out with cambers, ramps and snow-clad whoop-de-doos, making some beautiful flowing turns with undulating leaps along for the ride. One winner in each heat carries on to the next round, and it's all a matter of aggressive boarding from the peak to the parking lot. we want to take one more look at some of the best skydiving footage we've ever seen. We're back at Vichy in the middle of France, and we're heading into the world's biggest helicopter. It's the Russian Mi-26. It can hold up to 120 people. Remember, today it's groups of 32 competition divers being taken up to 15,000 feet for a 75-second freefall. The more moves they can pull off with the tightest execution in that narrow window of time, the more chance they've got of pulling out a victory in this, Europe's biggest skydiving event in their annual calendar. When the surf's gone cold in the middle of winter, there's only one way to go for frustrated surfers. That's up to the snow for the permanent frozen waves. We're going to take a few minutes to check out some flips, spins, some 360s, and some leaps in the air, and some hopeful landings.
I don't know. I don't plan these things. They just happen.
After that we have
We're looking for air and sharp turns. The bigger the air, the better the competitors' options. It's competition snowboarding, and it's all about points. Points are secured by difficulty and efficiently executed moves. It's the full range of snowboard skills that we're looking for on offer here. Every competitor to be in contention needs to pull off switches, turns, and nail some landings. Time for a quick salute to the baggy clothed fashion. We want freedom of movement, and we're getting it here today. Nice turn, lovely landing. We've got more great jumps, some nasty moves, and some great landings coming. This has been it, the perfect solution to surfer frustration. You almost think they'll be wishing summer's never coming back. Well, almost. That's us for this week, but before we go, time for a sneak preview at next week's episode, our last episode of the series. It's the big one. We're taking you up in the air, onto the mountain, anywhere there's adrenaline. We'll give you a big fat hit of it in our last one for the series of high action adventure sport. See you then.